Hey there. All right, so we're going to do the morning cars routine. So we're going to go from head to toe. We're going to do about 5 reps per joint. I'm going to talk you through the first couple of each joint, and then we're just going to do the last on our own. So we want to think nice and relaxed here. It's the morning routine. So if you just rolled out of bed, we're going nice and slow. We're not trying to generate a ton of force here. You can save that for a little bit later. Just trying to get the body moving a little bit. So we're going to start with the neck. All right, so we're going to stand up. You can do these standing, seated. I prefer to start the morning routine standing, just do laying down, so kind of get up, and then I like to do these standing. So for the neck, we're going to start by gently pulling the chin back first, giving yourself almost like a double chin. Tuck the chin down to the collarbone. Look over your right shoulder, check your blind spot. Drop your ear down. Bring your eyes up towards the ceiling. Cross, ear to opposite shoulder, chin down. Scrape the chin across the collarbone. Check your blind spot on your right side. Dump the water out of your ear to the floor. Eyes to the ceiling. Ear down to the opposite side. Chin to collarbone. Scrape the chin across the collarbone. Look over your right blind side. Ear down. Eyes up. Ear down. Chin down. We got 2 more reps to go. We want to stay out of pain. If you get pinch points or pain at any point during any of the cars, you just make your range of motion smaller. So if we get pain right here, ooh, back out of it and just make your car a little bit smaller. 3, 2, and there's 5. Excellent. Now we're going to go the other direction. Head back, tuck the chin, slowly look over, check your blind spot, drop your ear, eyes up to the ceiling, nice and slow, ear to opposite shoulder, chin down, scrape the collarbones, look over your shoulder, ear down, eyes up. Ear down the opposite side, chin down the collarbone, scrape across, look, ear down, eyes up, ear down, chin down. Good, we got 2 more to go. Keep your chest down. Try to not let your chest flare up, so try not to get into this position as you bring your eyes up. Keep your ribs tucked down as we go up and around. We'll go 1 more rep. Chin, ear down, eyes up, down and through. Perfect. Next up, we're going to do scapulas. We're going to do our shoulder blades, okay? We're going to do this in 2 different ways. We're going to do one with the arms out in front and one by the side, okay? So we're going to start with the arms out in front first. Our goal of this is to pull this shoulder blade in and then create space. So we're just going this way and then that way with it. So we're pulling in and then we're trying to reach out away. So we're going to have both arms out about 45 degrees, eyes up, chest down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then create space between them. That's 1. It's very slow. Squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades and try to create space. Imagine there's a little table underneath your arms. It can't support the weight of your arms, so you don't want to let your arms fall down onto it. So you're always trying to hold your arms up. You're always just keeping that light tension through your arms here so that your shoulder blades are doing the work. So we pull those shoulder blades together, reach those hands away. Shoulder blades together, reach away. Even though I'm mentioning the hands are reaching away, we want to make the motion come from right here. Have this guy move. This is our goal. Technically, the shoulder blade isn't a joint. It's a free-floating bone, so we're trying to control it. 2 and 1. We're going to do more than 5 on here just because it's a small motion. Excellent. Now you're going to put your hands by your side. We're going to try to take the shoulder blade up and then down the back. So we're going to try to elevate and then drive it down into your back pockets. Hands are strong by your side, straight elbows. Imagine your hands are sewn into your side pockets. Elevate your scaps, depress. Elevate, depress. Nice and slow. Everything stays straight. When we elevate, we don't want to see your shoulders just shrug up. You're not doing a shoulder shrug. You're just trying to move your scapulas up and depress. Up and depress. Just do 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to go to shoulders. We're going to start on the right side. So again, you can do these seated. We're going to do all these standing. So think of that morning routine. So let's get moving a little bit. So left arm's by the side, right palm is facing forward. Slowly come across the body until you hit your point of first resistance. Rotate the bicep down. So you reach back and behind. Keep turning and rotating. Your pinky will end up facing forward. Your hands out to your side. Reach straight back, rotate the bicep away from the front of your room, keep rotating, come all the way through, and that's 1. And again, slowly come up, rotate, if we start to feel this arm needs to go lower to the ground as you reach back. The higher you go, the more difficult it's going to be. I don't care how big this circle is, I just want to have rotation from the shoulder joint, okay? Reach back, so that when you go through this shoulder stays down the whole time. We're going to go number 3 here, come up, turn the bicep down. Notice how this shoulder does not rise. I'm getting all the rotation from right here, but it's not coming up. Rotate back, through, good. We're going to have 2 more reps here. Slowly come up, rotate the bicep down to the floor, keep turning down, end up with your pinky forward, reach back, rotate the bicep away. And we'll go 1 more rep, please. Slowly bring the hand up, reach the bicep, rotate, rotate, rotate. Pause, reach back, rotate, and down. Good. It's 5 on the right. Now we're going to do the same thing on the left side, please. Palm forward, slowly come up. Hit that point of first resistance where you feel you can't go any further. Rotate the bicep, reach back and behind. End up with your pinky facing forward, hand out to your side. Reach back, rotate, come through. Remember, we don't want pain here, so if you're going up and you're like, ooh, it's a little pinchy, lower your shoulder and your range will go a little bit smaller. We want to stay pain-free in your range, okay? So go slow, feel it out. Each shoulder will be different. We're going to go number 3, I'll face away. Each shoulder is going to have a different range to it, so dial that in, feel what that's like. Remember, we don't have a lot of intensity going here, we're just waking up and getting the joints moving. Good way to kind of get moving after lying down all night. We'll do number 4 here. Up, rotate the bicep down, reach back. Notice how my hand is staying straight as well. There's no death grip fingers. It's like a karate chop hand, so it's always solid. We're not trying to grab or reach with the wrist. We want to keep the rotation through the shoulder. Last rep, number 5. Good. Reach back. And through. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do thoracic spines. We're going to do the upper part of the back here. Take the hands, we're going to put it across the shoulder blades like this. We're going to squeeze the glutes gently, so a little bit of a glute squeeze here. And then you're slowly going to take your fingertips and as you're pulling your shoulders forward, so you get a little bit of a round in your upper back. You can tuck your chin here a little bit as well. So you should have a little bit of a round right here. And now, once you have that position, imagine there's a laser beam right on your sternum. So your sternum's a laser beam shooting straight out. We're going to take that laser beam and we're slowly just going to turn it to 10 o'clock. And then to 2 o'clock. That's all we're doing first. Just trying to take this laser beam that way and then that way. Use your sternum as your focal point. That way your shoulders just don't turn side to side. You're actually rotating at the rib cage. So you just turn your sternum to 10 and 2 with a little bit of flexion. Good. Keep that gentle glute squeeze because you'll want to start to do this to get there. So keep that gentle glute squeeze so your hips stay tucked underneath you and keep that lumbar spine where we want it. Good. And then pause in the middle. We're going to kind of reset, so we'll come all the way back up. Then gently pull yourself back into that rounded position. Squeeze your glutes. We're going to turn that laser to 10 o'clock. Dip the shoulder like you're tapping in a little bowl of water. Then come back up. Rotate to 2. Dip in water and come back up. So all we're doing is rotating a little bit. Flexing laterally. Coming up. Rotate. Flex laterally. Come up. Turn the laser beam, tilt the laser beam, turn the laser, tilt the laser, turn and tilt, turn and tilt. So a couple more reps here. Turn, tilt, squeeze those glutes, turn, tilt, and rest. Perfect. So now we're going to take that all the way around. So we're going to go our start position again, gently squeeze the glutes, flex at the spine, and you're going to slowly turn the laser, tilt your shoulder, and then just like our neck car, we're going to come up and across, dip your left shoulder, sternum to the ground, point that laser beam to the ground. Now scrape that laser beam on the ground, tap the shoulder, up and over. This is very similar to the neck car. So the same movement, we're just going a little bit larger with the thoracic spine. Rotate this laser on the chest, dip the shoulder, come up and through, make sure you got a good squeeze of those glutes. And pause in the center, turn to your left, dip the shoulder, back and around. Turn to your left, dip the shoulder, around. Squeeze those glutes. Turn, dip the shoulder. Up and around. And rest. Beautiful. Now we're going to go on to the elbows. We're going to have both arms facing forward. We're going to flex the elbows as much as you can. So think of a bicep curl without any weights in your hands. So you're squeezing as hard as you can. And then you're going to rotate from here. So you're going to try to turn those hands in. Slowly come down. Then you get two giant buttons on your quads. Come back up. And then rotate out and down. You can see how when my hand comes up and I turn in, it covers space. So see how if I have a line right here, when I turn in, your hands will come closer to the midline of your body. And then once you come up and you open up, your hands will go out. If you're coming up and you're just doing this, you're just turning at your wrist. We want to make sure we're turning at the elbow. So when you come up, you should see a little bit of closure of your hands towards the midline, and then up, hands come out a little bit. If you're coming up and you're just doing this, you're just turning your wrist. We're not getting the elbow rotation. So let's go real slow and find the rotation through your elbow. So we'll come up, squeeze all that space out. You're doing a bicep curl, and put yourself right here in this portion of your arm. Try to turn that arm over, and you'll see your hand kind of coming towards the middle. Come down, come up, rotate the other way, down, up, turn those thumbs into the midline, come down, come up, rotate those thumbs out. Good. Come up, rotate those thumbs in. Beautiful. Come up, rotate out. Going 2 more reps. Come up, rotate in, come up, rotate out. Last rep here. Come up, rotate in, come up, rotate out. Perfect. Now we're going to go to wrist. So for the wrist, imagine you can put your cell phone right here on your forearm. You can put your cell phone there if you want, because you don't want that to move, so you don't want it to drop. So I'm going to put it right there. You can close your fist, so this is your little pointer right here. We're going to turn your wrist in, go down, thumb goes to the outside. Try to bring your knuckles towards your face, bring the pinky in towards your midline, knuckle down to the ground. See, I'm just drawing a circle, very slow, but this doesn't move. Your elbow is tucked in by your side. If you want, you put a little towel right here. And you're just going nice and slow through this whole range, all the way through that circle. Forearm doesn't move, hand is doing your rotation, then you'll pause. We'll take the thumb to the outside, drop the knuckles to the ground, pinky to the midline, come up, and repeat. Back the other direction now, nice and slow. Trying to find that wrist movement, keeping this guy nice and solid. Trust me, he's gonna wanna come along for the ride. Keep this thing stable there. If you feel like it is coming along for the ride, you can take your opposite hand and just hold it in place. You notice a big difference. You also see me starting to lean over a little bit. Stay a little bit taller there. You'll start to focus on this, then you'll realize halfway through you're kind of doing this. So stay up nice and tall. Perfect. Let's go to the left side. Elbow stays in, make a fist, in, draw down, pointer finger out, flex up, pinkies in towards your midline, flex down, flex up, pinky into the midline, down, out, and up. Keep that wrist moving in a nice small circle. Keep your forearm nice and solid. Good. And pause, we'll go the other way. Thumb out, push down, into the midline, and up, out, down, in, and up. These are great to do anywhere. Elbows, wrists, neck. Do these sitting at your desk, sitting on a plane. They're great ones to do anywhere. You don't have to just make them restricted for the morning routine. Get these in as many times as you can throughout the day, because they're so small and they're so easy. Anytime you're sitting for a long period of time in a meeting or anything, you can knock these wrist cars out. Neck cars might look a little goofy at a meeting desk, but wrist cars you can do under the table or wherever, or even a conference call. Neck cars, wrist cars, especially if you're seated, they'll really help out. Okay, so that was our upper body portion. We're gonna go to the lower body next. We're gonna do our hip. Okay, you can do hip standing. We're gonna do it from kneeling today. Okay, so we're gonna go down to the kneeling position, quad head if you will. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. So from straight down, it'll look like this. If you're looking at it from the side, you're right underneath. You wanna keep a nice strong back here. You're trying not to get too much of a sway coming down here with lumbar extension. So you kind of wanna keep that nice and solid. So we're gonna start on the right hip first. So we're gonna slowly take your right foot, pull your heel towards your glute, so you flex this. If you want to put something behind your knee to squeeze onto, that'll help you out a little bit here. Slowly bring your knee up towards your chest, Then think dog and a fire hydrant. Open up to your side. Drive your ankle towards the ceiling. You're going to rotate your femur in towards your body. As you reach your leg back and around, tap the knee on the ground. Stamp the foot on the ceiling. Open up the femur away from the midline of your body. Imagine there's a little hurdle right here. You're clearing that hurdle, bringing your knee towards your elbow, up and through, and that's one. This one's pretty tough, so if you've never done this before, take this nice and slow, okay? It's gonna be small. You'll know you're going too large if as soon as you start to go this way, you're seeing this shift, you're feeling yourself move all over. Keep yourself in one position, go slow, okay? So we're gonna go right knee up, dog and a fire hydrant. Rotate, try to push that ankle towards the sky as you reach your foot backwards. Tap your knee, stamp your foot on the ceiling. Knee goes over a little mini hurdle, and through, and we'll repeat again. Knee up, dog and fire hydrant, ankle to the ceiling, reach the foot back, tap the knee, stamp your foot on the ceiling, open up over the mini hurdle, bring that knee back, and repeat. Got 2 more to go here. Knee up, dog and fire hydrant, rotate that femur in, come through, tap, stomp your foot on the ceiling, open up to get over that little mini hurdle, bring your knee up towards your elbow, through, and pause. Last rep, please. Knee up, out, turn, reach that leg back, tap, stamp your foot on the ceiling, open up your knee just over that little mini hurdle, knee up to elbow, and pause. Beautiful. So that was 5 on the right. Now we're going to let 5 on the left here. Same idea, same positioning. I'm going to keep turning side to side so you get a different view. Slowly start bringing that left knee up to the chest. Dog and a fire hydrant. Drive that ankle forward, so that rotation as I reach back. Tap the knee, stamp your foot on the ceiling. Take the knee, open up over that mini hurdle. And again, you might get popping and cracking, things like that in the hip, or the shoulder for that matter. It's okay as long as there's no pain. If you have pain, back out of the range, make it a little bit smaller. So if I'm getting pain out here, I'll just stay right here and rotate through my range. Remember, it's not how big it is, it's all about finding rotation, okay? Also, you can always go smaller, just if those pops or cracks kind of bother you, if they're not painful, you can always go smaller and try to get rid of them that way, because they normally will dissipate if you go a little bit smaller with your range, okay? Because we're just trying to carve out space and work with what we have for the hip. Knee up, dog and fire hydrant, knee go out, tap, come up, open up over the little mini hurdle, knee up to elbow, and through. And if you're finding yourself going a little faster than I am, slow it down. Remember that it's not about the speed, it's about control. So we want to go nice and slow. If you think you're going too slow, you probably could go slower, okay? And through. Nice work. Awesome. All right, so that was the hip. Now we're going to move down to the knee. All right, for the knee, you can do this from the ground, or you can have yourself seated up on an actual seat with your heel into the ground. So either one works here. These are also great to do at the office. You can be on your chair and just put your heel right into the ground and do these there. So you're going to drive your heel into the ground. You're going to put your hands right on the outside of your knee, okay? There's a flashlight right here underneath your kneecap. You're going to turn that flashlight out and then try to turn that flashlight in. So the only motion is this little rotation right here. That's how we're going to start with, okay? So you turn it out, turn it in. I'm flexing my toe towards my knee so that I'm kind of close this space off. Now let my foot just hang down. I'm flexing my toe up, rotating out and in. If you're having trouble feeling rotation here, you can take your hands, put them behind your knee, and you can feel your tendons right back there. You'll feel those guys moving and sliding if you're getting the rotation through the knee here. So all you're trying to do is rotate side to side from this tib fib right here. Just turn that thing out and in. You gotta get about 10 here. And if you're seated, where you're up on a chair, just drive your heel into the ground and do the exact same thing. You can see it's the same motion, but now if I'm seated in a chair, I'm just internally and externally rotating. You feel that a little bit easier than being seated on the ground. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the right side, drive the heel in, internal, external. Try and turn right underneath the kneecap here. Turn that in, turn it out. Turn it in, turn it out. Nice and slow. The rotation's coming from right here. You want to try to avoid your foot reaching and grabbing, just like with your hands when you're doing shoulder cards. If you're not moving that joint, so the furthest joint away, like your hand to your wrist, and mostly in the shoulder or knee or hip, if they start to reach or grab, lower your range a little bit, and make it a little bit smaller, because then that means that we're not getting the rotation from the joint we're trying to work, we're getting that kind of end joint, the hand of the foot's trying to make up for it. There we go, and rest. Excellent. Now we're gonna get ankle. So you're going to hug your leg into your chest like this, so you kind of just let it hang right underneath you. Sit nice and tall. If you want to sit against a wall, that's perfectly fine. So you're just gonna hug the chest in, you're gonna take your opposite hand, you're gonna place it right on your shin. Now you don't want this to move because we're gonna focus on the ankle. So we're gonna hug this in, we're gonna take your foot, we're gonna gas pedal down like you're driving a car. You're gonna take your big toe, bring it in towards your right leg, flex your foot up towards your head, little toe out, gas pedal down. Try to avoid getting a lot of movement with your toes, okay? You wanna try to do all the ankle motion here. Down, in, flex up, little toe out. You might again get some ankle pops. If it's not painful, that's fine. My ankle pops quite a bit. You might also get a little foot cramp here right underneath the arch of your foot. That's okay too. Just kind of ease out, it'll disappear pretty quickly. Foot down, flex up, little toe out, press down gas pedal, big toe in, flex up, gas pedal down. We're gonna freeze right here, gas pedal down. We're gonna go little toe out. We're just gonna reverse it. Woo! Flex up, big toe in, gas pedal down. So now we're just reversing the circle. You're gonna feel different things happening here. Keep that heel close to you. Don't let it drift out away. Down, toe in, flex up. Awesome, looking good, looking good. And we'll finish this round through. Perfect. All right, let's get the right leg now. Grab onto your shin, gas pedal down, big toe in, flex up, little toe out, gas pedal down, up, out, down. I like to do these when I wake up in the morning, the whole cars routine, just to get it out of the way and say, all right, I've at least done it once. People say, how many times should I do this per day? As many times as you can. I try to do this whole thing through 5 reps at the start of the day, and then throughout the day I'll try to get little pieces in, more hip, more shoulder, ankle, neck. I get a lot of neck or thoracic spine because you can do that anywhere, and also wrist and elbow. So just try to get as many as you can. The more you can do, the better you'll become at it. The first time you try these, first couple times, we're gonna reverse directions here, guys. So press that gas pedal down, little toe out, flex that big toe in, down. Make sure the shin isn't moving. I got a firm grasp with my left hand. Down, toe up, and around, gas pedal down, little toe out, flex up, through. Good. Let's do a couple more reps here. You'll get better the more you do it. Your body's become aware of what you're doing. So just remember, it's not going to be perfect off the bat. That's okay. Just focus on rotations of the joint because that's our main focus. Okay? Rotation of the joint, going slow, finding your space. All right? So that's your daily routine, morning routine for cars. Nice and easy, no tension. Once you get familiar with it, you can sort of ramp up the tension a little bit, but just use this to get you going. Don't forget that you can subscribe to my page down over here for my new videos.